and tights, fighting for our rights, and the all red, white, and blue. Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman. All of us are counting on you and the power you possess. Putting all your might on the side of right and our courage to the test. Wonder Woman, get up from under, Wonder Woman. Here to fight the force of evil, and your chance won't be denied. Woman of the hour, with your superpower, we're so glad you're on our side. Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman, you're Wonder Woman.
Who are you?
What are you doing in this girl's apartment? Hello.
Diana, switch this call to the monitor, please.
What's up, Joe?
I'm sorry to disturb you this late.
I've already been disturbed.
What's wrong?
2 men just tried to break into my apartment. Didn't make it.
It's worse than I thought.
What are you talking about?
Well, somebody's apparently gotten Steve, and now they've made a try for you.
What? Kidnapped what?
We don't know.
Now, Joe, you know that he left for his vacation.
I know, Diana. Steve left for a vacation in L.A. this morning.
Well, then how?
He was supposed to have dinner with our regional bureau chief in L.A. this evening. He didn't show. Kelly called the hotel and learned that he hadn't gotten there at all.
Oh, no.
Exactly. First Steve, now you.
What about yourself?
Well, I'm all right so far. But I haven't got any answers either. Who? What? Why? Is it a knockout on the top level of the IADC? Or does it go even further? Diana, can you have a bag packed in 20 minutes?
15. Now, listen, Joe. What could it be? Why? We know that there's no case that's hot right now.
I don't know. But I do know that you are apparently a prime target for whoever's doing this job. I thought the IADC safe house in Arlington until we get a line.
Joe, I'm going to pack a bag and make a reservation on the red-eye flight to LAX.
Diana, I cannot stop you from going after Steve. But there's a man in the White House who can.
There's a man in the White House that you're not going to call. Isn't that right?
Call me back when you got a flight number. I'll call Kelly in L.A.
No, don't call anyone yet. Somebody knew what flight Steve was on. I won't fly into LAX. I'll take a detour to South Coast.
Well, you have my blessing. I hope you don't need it.
Hi.
Hi.
Easy, easy.
Wasn't the other driver ahead of you?
Sure. But you're the prettiest girl on the early morning flight. There won't be any pretty on the noon flight or the night flight. And I'm Pete, the driver. Where to?
Thank you. Camden Hotel.
Right.
Thank you.
Have a nice day, buddy.
No, but I visit here fairly often. How about you?
native son. I saw some of the world when I was racing, but you can't beat the old Golden State.
You were a race driver?
Yeah, that's what I said. Pete the driver. I took a 30 can once. And then I tried going through the far wall at the Indy 500. Oh, long way to go.
That's too bad.
Race of a tough game. I can't race anymore, but the leg doesn't bother me unless I try and dance all night.
Pete, I'm going to take a chance and tell you something. There's a car following us.
Yeah, I noticed. Husband, boyfriend, cops?
No, listen, Pete, it's serious. I work with the government.
Oh, right.
Look, see, it's possible they're going to try to kidnap me or kill me. Do you want to let me off at the next corner?
No, but if we're getting into something hairy, you can at least tell me your first name.
Diana. Diana Prince.
Peter Johnson. Pete.
Take off, Diana. Grab a phone, have the operator get the LAPD. Move!
I guess you guys know you're going to lose your driver's license, isn't it?
Now you have to tell me the truth. Why were you stopping Diana Prince?
Man paid us $150.
What were you supposed to do with her?
Leave her tied up and gagged in a motel room at 2130 East Soto Street.
That's in East L.A., miss.
Who hired you?
All we know is the first name, Angel, a Chicano kid we were in the CYA with.
California Youth Authority. Some pretty hard cases come out of there.
What did he want with her? Did he mention a man named Steve Trevor?
No.
When I release you, you'll forget everything that I've asked you and everything that you've told me.
Hey, that's terrific. I can't think of an encore, but I'd sure like to be around when you do it. Don't you think those guys ought to hit the slammer?
Oh, they're not important. Thank you for your help.
Oh, yeah, sure. I've got to go back up the hill and try to find my fare. She's a stand-up lady.
Well, if you don't find her, why don't you drop off her luggage at her hotel and leave your card? I'm sure she'd like to see you get paid.
Yeah, okay. I kind of feel like I let her down this time around, but if she needs any help, the card will tell her how to get a hold of me.
Okay.
What's your name?
Wonder Woman.
That all seems to fit together.
Hello. Not again. I can't figure it out. It's a replay of the mess in the girls' apartment in Washington. All right, Angel. I guess we'll have to bring in a professional. Just have him dump her. Carolyn will hire him, and you'll handle the payoff. I'll get back to you. It's a mistake keeping him alive.
It's a mistake you'll have to live with.
I don't understand. Why is he so important to you?
A few years ago, he saved my life, risking his own doing it. You can call it old loyalty.
Loyalty is for losers.
Get out. Now.
I was just leaving. I'll be back, though.
I was almost sure you would be. Sleep tight, Steve. There's nothing good to wake up for.
right, miss. What's the hurry? Is somebody after you?
Yes, he was, but...
Hey, Jack,
No, wait a minute. I can explain. My name is Diana Prince, and I'm with the Interagency Defense Command.
Yeah, well, I've heard of it, but... Okay, what can we do for you, miss?
I'd appreciate it if you could just stay here while I make a phone call.
Yeah, well, sure thing, but I mean, is anything wrong?
Not with you here. I'll be right back.
Yes? Has the call been switched to a secured line? I'll put her on, please. Diana, where are you?
Downtown L.A. I decided to take a cab directly over to your office, but a man in the elevator tried to intercept me.
They seem to know what we're going to do before we do it. How'd you get away?
A couple of very nice young LAPD officers.
They make an arrest?
No, I didn't want them to try. The man was a professional.
You recognized him?
Not the man, but the eyes. There was something in his eyes. They might have gotten him, but there were people in the lobby, and someone could have gotten hurt.
All right, Diana. Give me your address. I'll have somebody bring you in. Better still, I'll come myself.
Not just yet, John. What you said before is true. They seem to be ahead of us all the way, and I want to find out why.
You're saying you want to stay out in the cold?
Just a little while longer, John. I'll call you back in about 3 hours. Anything on Steve?
Not a word. Trace, I got a call from Joe Atkinson only a few minutes ago. Somebody put a plastic bomb under the hood of his car, but he found it. With the help of the Washington, D.C. bomb squad.
I see. I'll call you back in 3 hours.
Cover your face, come on. Yeah, good, very good. Good, very good. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, phone's ringing. Just a minute.
Hello?
This is Diana Prince. Remember me?
How could I forget?
Listen, I wanted to thank you for dropping off my luggage and leaving your card. You told Wonder Woman that you'd give me a hand?
Absolutely.
Well, what I'm going to ask you to do could be very dangerous.
Look, before I was a driver, I was a Marine. Where you at?
8th and Spring. Incidentally, I still haven't paid you for your first trip.
Don't worry about it. I don't send out statements till the 15th. Yeah, I'll get Ms. Garcia to take care of my son and him there. 10 minutes?
Thanks, Pete. Thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah, but you know, you still look worried. I mean, are you sure that there's nothing that Los Angeles Finest can do for you?
Well, you've really been enough help already, but, if you leave me your card, I'm sure I can find something.
Yeah, you know, somehow I have the feeling that you probably could.
Terrific neighborhood.
Yeah. The address that Wonder Woman said they would have taken me to looks like it's right around the corner.
Yeah, that's a fascinating lady. She usually show up when you're in some kind of trouble?
Well, sometimes, but usually when the man that I work with is in trouble.
The one you think may have bought the farm.
Bought the farm?
Expression we had in Nam. You didn't die, you bought the farm. Well, shall we?
Listen, Pete, I think it'd be a better idea if you stayed here and sort of kept an eye out while I go in and take a look myself.
You sure?
I'm sure. It's better. Okay?
Okay.
What's your name?
Angel Velasquez.
And who are you working for?
I can't explain it. It's called a movement. But I only know the two guys that I sent after you and the girl Carolyn.
Carolyn. Where can I find her?
I don't know. She finds me.
Don't you have a last name, a phone number?
No. And that's why the movement is so effective. No one knows more than a few members.
What does the movement plan to do?
To change the world. So that those on the top can be taken away from power and those at the bottom should be set free.
Did this Carolyn recruit you?
Yes. Funny thing. She used to be a cop.
Did she tell you that?
No. Cops can tell ex-cons, and ex-cons can tell ex-cops. I can't explain it, but sometime, somewhere, she wore the badge.
Hi. You open for business? No, sorry, buddy. I got a fare. Well, that's quite all right. It's quite all right.
Taxi lady?
Oh, yes. For the next few hours, I need a place to stay until I can find out some things. My people can find out some things.
Well, listen, Mrs. Garcia's got an extra room, and Ted and I are right upstairs. She had a boarder for a while, so there's a phone there.
Ted, your son?
Yeah. He's 8, but he's good for his age. It's just one thing, he can't talk.
Oh, you mean he's mute?
Well, the doctors aren't sure. It could be a psychological block. They can't find anything...
Organic?
Yeah, that's the word. I've got him in a good special school, and I spend as much time with him as I can. Thanks for not asking.
Not asking about what?
His mother. Actually, there's not that much to it. She was a dancer in a nightclub in Oceanside where Marines hang out. Nobody's fault. Just never should have gotten married. How do you tell a kid that? Hey, why don't I pick up some cheeseburgers or tacos? You like tacos?
I love tacos. Either one's fine.
Hey, Tiger. Come here. You know what I got here? Huh? What's it? What is it? Why do you think you haven't eaten in weeks? Ted, this is Miss Diana Prince.
It's so nice to meet you, sir. Would you like to take this back in? You like tacos? Why don't we go eat? Okay?
So you've located the driver's house?
Yes. But I gather she's the only one you want taken out. Now, I can't leave any witnesses.
And you want your money now?
No. I had a bit of bad luck in that I missed her. But I'll trust you until the job is completed.
All right. Thank you. Doesn't it ever bother you?
Sometimes. As in this case, when it's a young, attractive woman.
And you raise your prices then?
No. It would bother me doing what you're doing.
You don't know what we do.
No. But I imagine it involves changing the world through some form of violence. Senseless, wasteful violence.
The world has to be changed.
Maybe. But I doubt very much whether yours will be the group to do it. Or you'll make a name for yourselves. And you'll wind up in some alley, prison, or a county grave. It's a shame. You're a very attractive young woman yourself.
It must be done by tomorrow night.
It will be.
Has Intersect come up with anything?
Well, we've had the computers on it most of the night. Before I came in, I got a call that a very positive trace has just come in.
Go ahead, then.
Thank you, sir.
Intersect trace, Carolyn Hamilton. Born 3/16/52 in San Francisco. Employed San Francisco Police Department 4/18/71. Resigned 5/11/75. No derogatory information, SFPD files. No present address. Additional material forthcoming.
Have the names of IADC personnel concerned been intersected with that of the Hamilton girl?
Yes, sir. On 4 April 1972, Steve Trevor and Carolyn Hamilton worked in an undercover capacity to capture a group. Federal charges of espionage, plus federal and state charges of import and sales of narcotics. In a gun battle, Agent Trevor saved the life of policewoman Hamilton. End Intersect trace.
Is there anything happening that might somehow relate to this knockout?
I've been thinking about that. The only thing I've come up with is the World Trade Conference. But Steve and Diana coordinated our LA office's plans with the LAPD months ago. I took care of international liaison, and you approved the final plan.
But we're talking about a situation where a governor's aide, a deputy mayor, and several heads of state will be in one spot. We'd better have you there, too.
Thank you, sir.
Is Diana still out in the cold?
Yes. But I've begun to believe, somehow, she's made the right choice.
I see. No way that it can be prevented? All right, I'll get him out of here. No. That problem is already being taken care of. If you yell, Steve, no one's going to hear you.
I'm not going to yell. May I have a drink of water?
Certainly.
Thanks.
We're going to have to move you.
Carolyn, what happened to you?
I grew up.
Don't give me that. When we worked together, you were one of the brightest, most able, mature cops I ever worked with.
All right, go ahead and say it. So you saved my life. I'm trying to return the favor if I can.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about where your head is, how it got there, and how we can bring you back to reality.
Reality? I've had a lot of reality, Steve. Vice, narcotics, child abuse, rich crooks in the streets and poor ones in the joints.
Oh, come on. There's not a working cop in the country who hasn't seen the same thing. Don't I rate a better, more honest answer than that?
Okay. I fell in love. 2 years ago, I was assigned to infiltrate a radical group. They were small and have long since been wrapped and put away. But the leader of that group was a genuinely brave and honorable man who believed in something.
You fell in love with him?
Yes. He was willing to die for a cause.
And did he?
No. He's in prison. Convicted under my testimony. When the jury brought in the verdict, I turned in my badge.
Do you still love him?
No.
Then what are you doing? You talk about vice, narcotics, child abuse. Those are the things an honest cop spends a lifetime fighting.
Don't push it too far, Steve.
You want to hand the problem over to the other side? Let them solve it? Go ahead, they'll solve it. With slave labor camps, secret police.
Stop it, Steve.
Diana, I don't think you've met my assistant agent in charge, Tom Baker.
Hi.
How are you doing?
All right. Steve?
Nothing. Atkinson's flying out. We've identified the girl as Carolyn Hamilton, SFPD. Steve saved her life once. Apparently, she's gone bad. She's been traveling a lot between San Francisco and L.A. We just got the address of a rented apartment in the Los Feliz area. You want to join the raiding party?
Raiding party? Listen, if there's any chance at all that Steve's alive, the last thing we need is a raiding party.
It's standard procedure.
I'm not interested in standard procedure.
Or telling me how to run my office.
Listen, if there's just one chance to save Steve, I want it. John.
You've got it.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, I had to come up.
Oh, that's all right. They're already gone. What's wrong?
While I was waiting for you, I called home. Somebody's got Ted. They called Mrs. Garcia and they asked for you.
Let's go. Hello. Yes, this is Diana Prince.
I have the boy.
What do you want me to do?
Now, it's all very simple. I will drive by the house. You come out. The boy gets out of the car. You get in the car. And you and I drive away. Now, if there is anything, unmarked police cars, other agents, if there is anything at all, that boy is...
Don't worry. I'll do exactly as you say.
15 minutes.
Pete. Ted'll be back in 15 minutes.
Don't get it.
It's a simple exchange. It's done all the time.
But that's crazy. I want my kid back, but that guy gets to have
No,
block...
listen. He's a professional. He'll keep his word. I gave him mine.
Yeah, well, I didn't give mine. And we can get this block surrounded by cops in plain clothes.
No. You'd know. Listen. You have 15 minutes to wait. Can you make it?
Yeah.
Okay. Pete, no. Listen, stay back. I'll handle it. Come on. And you don't have to be afraid anymore. He spoke.
What?
I said he spoke. He's been silent all his life. And he just called out to his dad.
Sit on the other side. Who are you? What are you?
I ask the questions now.
I'm sure you're very good at getting the answers, too. And ask anything you like. But remember, I'm told and want to be told only those things that I need to know.
That doesn't surprise me. It's a business with you. Well, now you're out of business.
We've moved the schedule up. At 12:30, the governor's aide, Lane Curran, will make the statement of welcome in the reception area.
Keeping it brief so that they're not out in the open too long.
Just as Steve and Diana and I discussed. Yes? Send her in.
Diana.
Joe.
Diana, how are you?
Good.
Have you got anything?
Yes? I did some work last night out at the airport. Now, Steve's plane arrived at 11:15 on Wednesday, flight 628. His luggage was offloaded on ramp 3. At 11:09, flight 731 arrived from San Francisco. The luggage from that flight was offloaded on ramp 2.
What are you leading up to, Diana?
I think I'll be good to see. Those ramps are only 20 feet apart.
That's right. Now, I showed Carolyn's picture to the flight crew on 731. They verified that she was on the flight, used an alias, C. Hammond, and that she was alone.
You mean they met by accident?
Exactly.
But the only other contact Steve had with the Hamilton girl, she was still a cop in San Francisco.
That's right. But suppose someone was meeting Carolyn, someone that knew Steve, knew that they'd known each other before, and didn't want to take a chance that Steve might find out the truth.
This'll all be over with in just a few hours, Steve, one way or another. When and if I get a chance, I'll let someone know where you are.
Are you really going for the trade conference ceremony?
Yes.
Don't you realize how tight security's going to be? Don't you realize the LAPD has a no-hostage policy? Even if you do take hostages, they're not going to let you go.
The final decision will be that of the government, and I do believe we have some rather persuasive argument. I'm sorry, Steve. We've met twice, and I don't think there's a possibility of us meeting a third time. I really wish you well, personally.
Well, I'd do a lot better personally if I could keep you from sacrificing your life and the lives of who knows how many others.
Get started, Carolyn. You have 25 minutes to get to the trade building, and you and the others even less to get into position.
All right.
It's too bad you're in such a hurry. I'd like to hear the speeches.
What speeches?
Well, the speeches he made to convince you that you're part of a genuine independent revolutionary movement.
Shut up!
Instead of what he really is, a sleeper, a traitor planted years ago by the other side.
Leave him alone!
I should have got rid of him at the airport.
Yeah, well, I still thought I was meeting some old friends.
You just picked a bad time and place for a vacation, if you're telling the truth. Goodbye, Steve. You said we're running behind?
Miss Prince, hey, I see you got help from the brass today, huh?
Oh, what a nice surprise. I was planning to call to thank you again.
Well, it's nice to see you.
I'll try to see you later. I gotta run.
Okay, watch.
Over there. Those phony IDC credentials work perfect, didn't they?
Yeah, perfect.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Had it been possible, the governor himself would be with us here today, but both he and the mayor are at the statewide conference on the drought, which, as you know, has reached critical proportions. However, they have asked that we stress the enthusiasm and the excitement that we all feel for this internationally important occasion.
That's a very nice speech, but I've got a shorter one and a better one. All right, everybody freeze or you'll be killed. Now get over there, move it. Move it. All right, in this richest city, in this richest country of the world, in this gathering of the richest of nations, we announce today the existence of a movement that someday will change all of that forever. Now, we know that security forces can storm this area, but I warn you, killing me or any of these men will result in the lives of many here. Now, at this moment, rifles are trained on this lecture from a vantage point which you can never reach in time.
What do you want?
The man number one. $20 million be drawn from federal and private bank vaults within the next 90 minutes. Demand number two, a private jet for which we have the crew to be serviced at Los Angeles International Airport. All right, hold your fire, Freeze. Miss Prince's ridiculous escape changes nothing.
I'm not afraid of you. Do you understand that?
I've never wanted you to be afraid of me. All I want is to free Steve Trevor. And let me help you if you want me to.
But you don't understand. I can't go back.
But no one can go back, Carolyn. Believe me, I know that better than you. But you can go forward and face whatever it is that has to be faced and endured.
Freeze!
Please, hold your fire.
Shoot them, Carolyn! Take them with us! Shoot!
You can't do it, Carolyn. Any more than you could let someone take the life of a man who once saved yours. It's a different badge, yes, but he's doing the same job that you once did. You can't do it.
At least it's ended.
At least it's begun.
Baker, once he'd lost his sharpshooters, surrendered rather quickly. He's been arraigned and is being held in lieu of $1 million bail.
In a series of raids just completed by federal and state authorities, we managed to knock out all other known groups of the movement.
What's going to happen to Carolyn Hamilton?
It's a good question. She took part in serious crimes.
She also saved Steve's life and told us where he was being held. And when she and Wonder Woman were on that balcony, she made a choice that I think any jury will understand.
This taxi driver, Pete Johnson, Diana, is there some way...
Oh, well, I turned in an expense voucher that represents a trip to Disneyland for Pete and his son with all the trimmings. Little Ted hasn't stopped talking about it since.
I'll sign that voucher.
So will I. Well, Steve, we certainly can't take the last few days of your vacation time. Do you plan to continue?
Yes, well, I've been giving that some thought, sir, and it's not a bad time of the year in Washington.
Oh, no, not at all. It's just hot, muggy, crowded with tourists.
And then the air conditioning unit in your apartment has been going out regularly.
Would you believe San Francisco?
No way of checking out Wonder Woman's preference, I suppose.
Steve, San Francisco's an old and colorful city. It's sophisticated, fashionable. I should think it might appeal to the lady.
Wonder Woman, here to fight the force of evil, and your chance won't be denied. Woman of the hour, with your superpower, we're so glad you're on our side. Wonder Woman.